Alright everybody, we're back for our walking city tour here in Mexico City, and we're at a spot where we walked by last week. If you watched, we're at La Estela de Luz on Reforma, at the entrance of the 5th section of Chapultepec, which is where the castle is. We actually didn't go in when we were here because I had my dog, and dogs are not allowed in this area, so I decided to come back without Pika and take you guys to Chapultepec. So this is going to be a little different than our previous tours as well, because it's Wednesday afternoon and it's about 4 o'clock, so you're going to see a lot more people, creating awareness for the park here. So here's the main entrance. Straight ahead of us we have El Monumento de los Niños Héroes, which is the hero children of a battle that was fought here at the castle. There's a legend that they were saving the flag, the patrimony of Mexico, and off of the castle up there they took it and were running away because they were being overtaken, and they jumped off to save the flag. And there's a very beautiful mural inside the museum if things ever go back to normal. It's one thing you'd want to look out for. So again, last week the other tour was on New Year's Eve, so there was a lot less people, already less people because of the pandemic going on. We are here in Mexico City, actually in red, which, I mean, everything's closed as you saw in the previous videos, and services are being taken away. And so I think it was cool to come to the park here. It's open air. We could keep a safe social distance. There's police around and people making sure everyone's wearing their masks and not doing anything against the health requirements. But we'll take a look here. So there's a beautiful walkway here. I like to run here sometimes. We're actually going the opposite way of which I usually run through here, but we'll still get some nice views here. We're about to cross a bridge that crosses, I believe it's Circuito Interior, one of the main avenues as well. And so here's another interesting thing. So these big frames you see here, they always have a different exhibition of photographers that post amazing pictures of things around Mexico City. I had a friend of mine had an exhibition here at one point, and right now there's nothing on here. So it could be because they're replacing them with another one coming up, but my guess is because they don't want people standing around, probably standing around in groups, to see them. So kind of sad to see that. If you were considering coming to Mexico City, keep in mind the park here is open, but all museums are closed, so you would not be able to see the castle from the inside. You would have to just see it from the outside like we will today, until we go into another state, maybe orange or green. But there are people around, people not wearing masks, people taking pictures. I think like TikTokers over here and lovers over here. No one wearing masks, so we'll stay away from them. So we're gonna go up the stairs right now, and it says a los defensores de la patria, the defenders of our patriotism. So there's 6 pillars, marble pillars that we see here. And So for that battle from 1846 to 1847, this monument is for that. Interesting thing, we have signs up that say Zona Wi-Fi. So if you're visiting here, you could log on to the network, free network. Thank you to Carlos Slim. I haven't actually done it. I don't know how secure it may be or how good it may be actually, but so here we see also the backside of the Museum of Modern Art. It's closed. It's a really cool museum as well. And check it out, like there's vendors open. I mean, people gotta work. And I don't know. Would you come out here and feel safe and go about it like there's nothing going on? I mean, I personally know people getting sick, family, friends, acquaintances, so it's no joke. Here's another look at the monument here, backside look. Cool view because we got a nice blue sky, clouds, and we see the Torre Mayor and BBVA buildings, which is where Reforma heads in. I love this place. So we're gonna come this way because we're gonna get closer to the castle so you could take a look. And it's, spoiler alert, it's not a castle like you would expect to see in Europe, but they call it a castle, el Castillo. So you see the gates open here. A lot of beautiful trees here in Bosque de Chapultepec. Dorilocos sound good. A really close friend of mine named Brenda Flores was actually a dancer in el grupo folclórico de Amalia Hernández de Mexico, a very prestigious group to be a part of. She danced with them, I don't know if it was 2-3 years, and Ilana and I saw her several times, in some in Bellas Artes and one time here at the castle, which was around this time. It was a special holiday performance that they did at the castle, and it was pretty nice. It did not happen this year, but here we're gonna see an entrance here. I think it's a service entrance though. You don't really, the main entrance is through those gates there, but you can see they're closed. But for you Instagrammers, it's actually really cool to get up to the museum. You have beautiful views of the city, 360 degrees, and it's nice. I wish we could go up there so you could see it better. We're gonna swing this way. So here's a little bit of a quieter section once we get into the park here, and we're gonna approach a lake, a really cool place where people can lay down and feed the squirrels. So let's see. So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 carts, for about every 7 carts we have one that's open. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, about every 1 out of 7, maybe 2 out of 10. So I guess about 20%. You guys might have heard the whole thing about restaurants or other places operating at 20 to 30% capacity. That appears to be so here. Some people decide not to wear their masks. kind of an interesting thing because, I mean, here we're in an open air area, which I guess is okay, but I don't know. What do you think? Leave your comments below. Would you come to Mexico City right now? I might be canceling a trip back to Los Angeles in the coming weeks, actually. See, I'm moving to the side because runners with no masks, I mean, they're just spreading their germs everywhere as they breathe hard. It was really hard for me to start running with a mask, but I made sure to wear a mask. Not to protect myself, but to protect others from me breathing hard, right? I don't know. What do you think? So I think here, right now, we're actually walking the perimeter of the castle. So you could, I don't know if you could see some of the stonework in there, which is, I think, the north wall. And so whenever I walk through here, I like to imagine or think of what it was like when this was actually forest. And there was probably like soldiers and militia just running around through here, storming the castle, making their way up. I mean, it's a good position to be up in a castle on a hill like that, but it was overtaken. Our US Marines had something to do with it. They had a part in this battle. If I'm not mistaken, I think they came to help the Mexican government. I think they were fighting against the French at that time. Might have been the Spanish. This is not a history walk, but I'll look that up for you. Look at these birds. Love these birds because they have a nice call. I've always been curious about bird watching. I haven't found the patience in me yet, but I think this would be a fun place too. Look at the squirrels. Fight. Keep going. He's over there. Get him. Oh, I didn't mean to ruin your fun. But I was trying to be a little quiet here just so you can hear how the park sounds now that we're further into it. This tree just looks like it has some history to it, no? I'm not sure if these are cypress trees. I'm not a botanist, but look at this guy. I mean, it's too bad people do that. I wouldn't put my name on there like that. I wonder what that tree has seen and heard. So we're still on the north side here of the castle. There's people having picnics and enjoying ducks here at the lake. This is a nice section also. For that reason, it's very peaceful. People here just having picnics. The lake here with ducks. There's an area I like over here where you could bring a hammock. There's like special hammock posts. A lot of squirrels. The squirrels have become very friendly with the humans, giving them food. So you could have some cool little experiences with the squirrels here. I'll walk towards the lake so you can see. Another interesting bird down there. Looks like a booby to me, but I know it's not. Garza, my family name down there. These are the poles I'm talking about. I think this is really cool. There's all these posts here. You could bring your hammock, hang it up, and enjoy your time here. And yeah, look at this. I love being so close to this area to be able to walk here and show this to you guys. Here we have families enjoying picnics and she fell. That's funny. And that guy gave his little grandson or something some juice. He's like, don't finish it. So if we continue this way, we would actually circle around the perimeter of the castle. I actually never really go that way. I think we'll come back here one day and continue from here. I'm gonna take you guys to the east. A lot of cool trees here, monuments. Manuel Gutierrez-Garza. I don't know who that is, but we share last name. I should ancestry.com that. See what's up. It's quite a bit of people. Is there any places like this near where you live that you like to visit? If so, comment below. I'd love to know, and maybe one day make my way out there, or share one of your videos if you have any. Look at this squirrel right here. What's up? Hope he doesn't jump at me. What's up? Oh shoot, he is. There's more squirrels here. Look at that one hanging. I'm not gonna do nothing, man. I just don't have food, that's all. See, if I put my hand out, it thinks I have food and it'll come to me, see? But I don't, so I'm teasing the squirrels. Alright, so we're continuing on. Over here, there's a small amphitheater. And it's Enicilio Juventino Rojas, and must be interesting to see like plays and people come do performances. Look at, they got a cool drone over here, families with drones. I mean, so look, cotton candy. We look this way, majority of the carts are closed, but again, some are open. Here's some cotton candy. And so I'm going a little bit backtracking through where we came in, because we came in through this. Oh, I just got the smell of the cotton candy and it smelled really good. But we came in this way and went around the lake, and now we just circled back. But I want to go to the other side here and show you guys the lake on this side. On this lake, you could rent some paddle boats and get out on the lake, bring some food and hang out. But ice cream. So here's the entrance, but let's stop here first and see the popular signs throughout the city. Ciudad de Mexico. You got to get your selfie here. You see the lake behind you, and then you see the torres in the background of Coca-Cola, also recognizable. And yeah, so let's make our way down to the lake. So again, I'll mention that I'm basically walking the route that I run, but backwards. So I run this way. Today I skipped my run and replaced it with a body weight workout, but it's cool with me, so I still got it in. I don't know if you've noticed, but I think I counted like 3 or 4 couples that are come out here to, like, looks like to break up. I think those guys were breaking up. Let's take a little scenic look, and then we'll actually get another view of the castle in a couple meters here. To the left here is called Casa del Lago de UNAM. UNAM is the Universidad Nacional Autónoma de Mexico. And I'm not sure if it's like a banquet hall or something, but it's theirs. So I'm gonna walk backwards here, see if we see the view of the castle. I mean, if you've seen this far, let me know what you think of these little walking tours. Do you enjoy or appreciate the commentary? Do you prefer hearing the natural sound? Would you like to see me speak to people? Sometimes I kind of want to walk up to people and ask them things and talk to them for you. So leave your comment below. And if you leave your comments below, I'll give you a shout out in the next video for sure. So in this area we usually see fewer people. Even when I'm running, I just see few people out here. It's kind of a little secluded. I mean, some people might tell you to be careful, don't go over there. I could see why. We've been watching the series You, and oh shoot, and that guy actually over there looks like Joe, I swear. We'll see right now. But these are the boats that you can rent and then go for a spin. So we're just cruising. Yeah, it's very lonely out here. I've never really gone that way. I usually come from this way. This way, where we're heading to now, is the zoo of Mexico City. It's here also in el Bosque de Chapultepec. So we'll walk up to those gates. As you guessed it, it's closed. I mean, you guys heard about those, was it in Brooklyn that some tigers got COVID? I mean, who knows? They don't want animals here to get people sick. But yeah, so I usually come from this way when I run, and instead of going that way, I swing this way because I like the view of that lake and seeing the castle. But if we would go this way, I think it would just take us around to the other side of the castle. But this is what it would look like if you were gonna come get your tickets of Zoologico de Chapultepec, and then you would line up here and you would come here to the zoo. Esteemed visitors, today the zoo remains closed. Thank you for your understanding. Let's take a peek. There's staff in there still cleaning, maintaining the zoo, making sure the animals are taken care of. But for us today, no zoo. So we continue this way. This actually takes us outside back to Reforma, which is where we came in. And where our last tour last week left off at El Museo de Antropología is over there. So I think what I'm going to do instead is, if you want to see the museum, see last week's video because we end there. But I'm going to go ahead and turn around and go on a path that I've never been on. I've been here 2 years and I've never walked down this way. So today you're going to walk it with me. We're holding hands, okay? All right. Look at right here. That's kind of interesting. It says, do you want to know what happened here? To dial star 2010 to 2234. Okay. Mexico's my museum. That's interesting. I think we should do that. Let's do that. No, I don't have a national cell phone. Jesus. Oh well. That's left for curiosity. I need to start doing more stretching or get some yoga in so I can do some better stretching, bending over backwards, so you guys could see. I don't know if you could tell when I do that. I like to run through here with headphones, but a good idea sometimes like this is to maybe wear just one headphone and just be aware of your surroundings wherever you are, really. I heard that guy coming on his bike pretty fast. So everything to the right is part of the zoo, and to the left is part of that Casa de UNAM. These guys checking out their tats or what? People getting their drawing. And so, if you've noticed, we came from this side and we went around. So now, I think we'll continue this way.
Ah oui, j'avais tout vendu, j'ai pas racheté en fait, je m'occupais. J'avais tout vendu pour les élections. Et du coup, j'ai. À la limite, c'est pas si mal. Parce que de toute façon, décaler se couche, je suis d'accord.
So we have a seating area actually, which to me is surprising. Oh, these are the people that are trying to get you to sit down and eat. Watch, listen. Gracias. Hoy no. So now we know where we could come get food. Comida corrida is kind of like fast food. But it's like a full meal quickly, right? So you get like your starter, your main dish, and then a small dessert after. Hey, check this out. I did not know this was here. It's like an obstacle course. I had no idea this was here. Look. Two levels here. A drawbridge over here. Or suspension bridge, I'm sorry. And all those food stands closed. So this might be a pretty cool place when it's going off. But it's closed. Right on. We're definitely exploring here because I've never been here. Look at the trains over there. Park. This goes kind of far, so I might try to find a spot to swing left and go back because we're only in the 5th section of Chapultepec. I'm not sure when we cross over to another. Guy taking a piss over there. But if I keep going this way where I don't know where I'm going, we might get lost, meaning just farther away from home. So at this point, I think a nice area over here will cut through the trees and see where we come out of. But interesting. So it's not too far. This might be a fun route that I'll add to the run. I usually run about 5 kilometers, and once in a while I'll get into the 10 kilometers. So we'll see. This might be a cool area to add that to. So a fenced off area over there with people poking around. Wonder what they're doing. Oh, they're filming a little commercial or something. Let's go see what this is. This is Plaza of the Quixote. The fountain. All right. So, if my inner compass is correct, this will take us back to the back side, or it would be the north side of the castle. And I'm guessing we can walk around to the west side of the castle, back around to the front, and end at the monument where we came in. Let's see what we run into. It's kind of interesting how quiet it is right now since there's not so many people. The kind of things I was seeing were people I think less people is more interesting. The two girls that were there looked like they were filming a little scene for themselves. When we came in, we saw two also recording, looked like a TikTok video. Some tourists, a lot of couples, some randoms like me just walking around. But look at that. So I'm gonna stop talking for a good chunk of time just to hear the quietness of the park.
Ah, ya lo vi.
Don Quijote. So if you're still watching this far, or if you've skipped ahead, I'll ask again, what do you guys think of these tours like this? Do you like the natural sound? Do you want me to just be quiet? Do you appreciate the commentary? I like it because I feel like I'm with someone and speaking to you, so it feels enjoyable, like I'm going on a walk with somebody, with you all. But if you don't like it, let me know. I'll make some videos with no talking. And what do you think about talking to strangers? Maybe just asking different questions or asking people something. If that's the case, comment below what you would want to know in some of the next videos. And I'll give you a shout out when I ask your question, and we'll talk to some randoms. So right now, again, if you notice, we're circling the castle. This time we're gonna come around on the other side. But yeah, you could imagine what it was like with like no light poles, no paths. Maybe there was some sort of paths here that led up to the castle, but interesting, no? It'd be interesting to somehow like teleport back in time, right? I mean, I think we definitely can with our imagination and books, films we've seen. But I think it'd really be possible with a good book here. Maybe a historical novel of the revolution that was fought here, and finding a cool spot around the forest when it's quiet like this, and just getting into it and letting your mind carry you to the sounds you hear and the sights. I mean, you definitely could go on that trip. Have you ever been here? If you have, comment below, hit that subscribe and like. Blah, blah, blah. So where are we now? This side's really dry. There's a nice path here. I might run that one day. And then here, since we're on the other side, I'm pretty sure it'd be a nice run. if you're watching, the first tour was actually a running tour, which I mentioned before that I would like to do more running tours just because we could get enough further, you know, get around further, show you more in less time, but just super shaky. And if you go back a couple videos, you'll see the Mexico running tour I did. Let me know if that's too shaky, don't do that again, or maybe you'd like to do that again. I always thought it'd be cool to go on running tours with people. Like when my brother came, we ran for a little bit and I took him around some of these places. But it'd be a cool way to take a tour, you know, around the city if you like to run. If that's you, let me know. Look at that giant tree over there. Fallen tree. There's a lot of people there though taking pictures around it. I saw a few though. Not quite a sequoia, but it's a pretty big tree. So today is January 6th. It's actually the day of the rosca. I don't know if you're familiar with what the rosca is, but it's a big circular bread, a sweet bread, like with fruit, dried fruit on it, and very sugary, very tasty. And there's baby Jesus is inside of it, and you cut it, and whoever gets one of the little baby Jesus has to do a tamales on the 8th. So we're gonna do that today in the afternoon. Look at these little caves down here. I don't know why it's like this. Never seen this before. I think it's like a artificial dry lake. We're getting closer to the main entrance and closer to other areas where you could enter the park here. And so in the distance I could see a street, cars driving, and I'm starting to see more people around here. So meaning that they just don't venture too far in. They come in and find spots and sit down. Here's an entrance to the castle. So check this out. A little gate here with a tied wire, and that's it. No lock or nothing. And then you go to the side, and it's a path that would go up around the sides of the castle, this backside here. I'm sure there's guards walking around or somebody that'll say, hey, you can't be here. I mean, there's national treasures in there, so definitely there's someone protecting it. Viceroys and emperor and then presidents lived in this castle in a large part of the development of Mexico. I can see a bike path down there. People running and riding their bikes. And we're coming close to the end here, back to the front of the castle. We'll walk up to this monument here. Look at this tree. Left standing. I'm sure something special about it. I'll try to walk around it and find out. But This is a monument to the Air Force, the Mexican Air Force. Nice monument here. The tree right here. This is an archaeological site here. And this is where there are water basins here. But for who for? It's pre-Hispanic, it says. Huh. So this was like from around the time when the Spanish got here, so 1521, around that time. And I'm reading here. I'm just skimming through, but it's talking about the Battle of Tenochtitlan and Tlatelolco, which Tenochtitlan won. It was in 1473. And so these were like these waterways and paths, but I don't know why it says, I don't know. I see red brick there, so they maybe mixed it with when the I don't know. I'm lost here. I'm actually curious of where I'm at. Never been here again. This is the first monument that was put up in honor of the Niños Héroes, which I told you in the beginning. This was brought here or put up in 1884, and it was created or put up by Don Porfirio Diaz, the president. At that time was Manuel Gonzalez, and it was designed by the architect Ramon Rodriguez Arangoiti, and it's Los nombres, the names are on the columns of the military college, and they were killed the 13th of September 1847. Here's another site of the castle. All right, so we just made our way around La Quinta Sección, the 5th section of El Bosque de Chapultepec. We actually came to where El Castillo is at, and we just circled back around. It's up here, and we're gonna walk back out these main gates where the monument to los niños héroes are, and we'll wrap up this walking tour. I hope you stuck with it to the end. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe. I'll be putting more videos like this every Wednesday, and leave your comments below if you have questions or would like to see other areas or would like me to talk to people. I'm kind of up for that challenge. So right on. I'm gonna stop talking now and just walk us off to that main walkway to Reforma, and I'll catch you guys next time.